Hello Fever River Rail fans, and welcome back to Fever River Reviews. Today we are going to be taking a look at Broadway Limited's new Paragon 4 FEF3. This is the specifically number 844, which, as we all know, is the living legend, the preserved and fully operational UP FEF3 Northern 484 wheel arrangement with a centipede, with an iconic UP centipede tender. Before we look at the engine, though, I do want to take a closer look at this box. Unlike other or previous Broadway Limited boxes, this is not a typical pull the top off. This is a sleeve. That the box pulls out of. Just like that. And a nice little pocket here in the back for all the little paperwork, which we'll take a quick look at. So start with the small one, the warranty information. Got a default key function, quick reference, double-sided, interesting. We've got the operator's manual here, just normal Broadway Limited operator's manual, and finally the exploded diagrams. And the tender on the other side. Okay, now on to the engine here. Looking at it from the front. Got the marker lights to either side there. Got the main headlight, got all the number board, real nice number boards. Got the shield right there. Coming along the side, you can see the number boards again up top. If I can get it to focus. There it goes. Real nice looking on the side. It's got the metal axle can be seen. Broadway doesn't do anything to cover that up and make it look natural. But coming along here, actually the cab got crew in there. Got all the engine information there on the side of the cab. Down here, we've got the on-off switch for the smoker unit. Going up top, we've got the vent that does open up there. Open, close, keep that closed. No seam line in the shell, and whatever is there for the seam line is pretty well hidden by the detailing. Get back up front here. Got the regular smokestacks as well as the smoking whistle hole. Then moving back this way again, I can't see in the cab too well, but I do believe it does have a detailed cab interior, but once again can't see in there too well due to my cheap camera. Big tender here, big centipede. The toolboxes and whatnot there. The back we got the capacity and once again the engine information as well as taillights and tender marker lights. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up here. So, 1 second. Okay, here we are set up to start. I'm going to add a couple drops of JT's Mega Steam smoke oil. Just a couple, because this does still have a little bit of the Broadway fluid in. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I am using the Nada scent. Quick blow down the smokestack, and we are ready to start it up. Going through the startup feet, all the startups here. Let's see. So going quick run through of the standard function keys. 0 headlights as usual. 1 for the bell, 2 for the whistle. Number 3, your coupler slack or coupler sound. 4, you'll get your air pump. 5, when you're stopped, it'll either do a blowdown, or when moving, it'll increase the chuff intensity. 6 will do, when stopped, a water fill or decrease the intensity. 7 turns on and off the smoke unit. 8 is the volume or mute. One thing really cool about the Paragon 4 is if you double click the 8 button, you can raise or lower the volume from the throttle. It's a really nice addition. Right there means that it is at full volume. 9 is the startup shutdown sequence. 10 is the coal shovel or auger or oil injectors. I believe it also has a sound file for. 11 for the water injectors. 12 can set the brakes, or when it's stopped or when moving, it's a brake release. Function 13 is the grade crossing horn. Function 14, passenger announcements. 15, freight announcements. 16, maintenance sounds. 17, general radio chatter. 18, city-related radio chatter. 19, farm-related radio chatter. 20, industrial background sounds. 21, lumber background sounds. 22, toggle to second horn. 23, track sounds. 24 is auxiliary light control. 25 is a long whistle. And 26 and 27 are play and record, start stop for the macros, which is, the way I understand it, you can do a small recording and it'll automatically replay that in a loop rather than you having to control it the whole time. Finally, function 28 is the brake squeal. Let's go ahead and put the headlight there. Let's see. Bell. Turn that back off and whistle. Raise you up a little bit there. You can see the extra smoke coming out of the whistle. Now, I am going to leave the smoke on just to get this run out for Sam, because he doesn't like smoke. We've all got our personal preferences. Let's see here. 3's not actively doing anything at the moment. I don't know what Sam exactly has programmed at the moment, so we're just going to go with what I know he doesn't touch. So let's see here. Let's see, function 2. Function. Alright, so it looks like the auxiliary or the alternate whistle is the whistle that Sam set up as the main whistle. That's cool, that's his choice. He does his own thing. Let's see here. Take a look at some of all the extra sounds. So we've got function 20. Supposed to be the, let's see, 21 is lumber background sounds. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Sam definitely has some of these turned off. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get this moved out onto the main line. So right here is 1% throttle. Let's zoom out as I rotate around. So this has more or less been broken in, but not the half-hour run in either direction type of broken. It's ran, and it runs well. A few issues that we have noticed running it though. Let me get you a little bit closer here. Is there's not a whole lot of weight on the front set of drivers. All the weight is either taken up by the front bogie or it's just all put into the back end of the engine. So for running today, we're going to be running the scale trains, one of the scale trains auxiliary tenders. Got the taillight there. I don't think we coupled there, but I'm going to go ahead and pause, and we're going to run out of staging here real quick. Coming out onto the main line with a nice overhead shot here. And take a closer look at one of the shortcomings I was just talking about with all the weight practically off the front set of drivers. As always, I apologize for my poor camera filmographer abilities, but so it's barely pushed down at the back, and it's coming off. The front two drivers are coming off the back. sorry. Or even just barely picking up the frontmost bogie wheel here. There's almost no weight on that front driver. And as for the back, we've got a lot of overhang that doesn't self-correct in both the tender and the engine. But detail-wise, this engine is beautiful. So let's go ahead and continue on. Like I said, we are running the Fever River heavyweight coaches on this, as well as one of the Scale Trains excursion tenders. Big blow on the back there. Handles this like nothing. Built by Alco between 1937 and 1944, the FEF Northerns were some of the last engines built for the Union Pacific. And having only 45 total constructed, 844 here being the last one, they were considered the epitome of dual-service locomotives, being more than capable of handling any freight or passenger trains thrown at them. These are some of the most iconic engines to grace UP rails. Delivered in 3 batches, the FEF1, 800 through 819, FEF2s, 820 through 830, I believe, and then the final batch of the FEF3 here, 831 through 844. I probably screwed up those numbers, and I apologize, but I can't record and look at my notes. Let's go ahead. Watch this thing through the countryside of the Fever River. A little bit here coming through Wilton. And that's what I was talking about with the stop. Talking about with the lightly weighted front end. Now, in our experience here at the Fever River, that would have burned out the Paragon 3 decoders, more than likely. But this is the all-new Paragon 4, and frankly, I'm impressed. Broadway may not care about making good electronics, but I definitely think they got something right here. One second. Sorry about that. One of the coaches derailed. So there it is, guys, the brand new Union Pacific FEF3 from Broadway Limited Imports with the all-new Paragon 4 decoder and detail on the other side of the tender, a fire hose compartment. So overall, when comparing this to the Athearn version or the Rivarossi version or even the Static Heats that is the Bachmann version, Broadway is unmatched. Yeah, their decoders are still a little on the junky side and whatnot, but Paragon 4 has been a huge step in the right direction, especially with the new Go Packs being installed from the factory. I can't say I care for the big metal axle showing through the wheels. I know that some companies will paint the ends matte black to match, or paint the ends to match the wheels. Overall, let's go ahead and pop this over onto a cradle here and take a look at the underside. So here we are on the bottom of the locomotive. Got the front bogie here. Decent design. It doesn't have a spring, so it shouldn't be taking up, forcing all the weight off of the front wheel. But it doesn't have a whole lot of play in the center. The driving wheels got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there to take the base keeper plate off to get at the mechanism. We're not going to do that because once again, this is Sam's engine. And frankly, I'm handling this more than he would I really should be, considering it's not mine. We'll go ahead and flip the smoke switch back to off. And there is the rear truck. That one's got a spring to keep it pushed down on the tracks. I guess the front one does have a spring. I'm not smart. Okay, onto the tender back here. Got the front truck sprung. Good looking wheels. It's for the centipede part of the centipede tender. All of these have quite a bit of play, except for that front wheel there. All these got quite a bit of. And the front wheel and the second to last wheel seem pretty solid in there. But these two and the back all seem to have quite a bit of side-to-side motion so it can get around tighter curves. Then finally there's the coupler box covers. Broadway does use their own coupler style, but it's still metal, so close enough to a KD. In there we have the dummy coupler for the. Let's see if I can swing that or. No, I don't think I can swing that around. But yeah, there it is. That's the bottom. So what do you guys think? Once again, I'm quite happy with the model overall, except for the small weight issue on the front. I wonder if removing that spring could alleviate the issue, but it does feel really light in the front, so not sure. But in any case, that is our thoughts, or my thoughts on the Broadway Limited FEF3. Let's hear your guys' thoughts. Like and subscribe for more. If all goes well, we'll have another review up here in a couple of days, but that all depends on how the Postal Service goes. Anyway, catch you guys next time.